Here's your daily Premier League news and transfer window roundup with me, Harry Scarfe, football content creator and YouTuber. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're keeping well. If it's your first time here, please do like and subscribe. Thank you, Chris Callum, for this opportunity. In the first part of the video, we'll be going through headlines. Second part, dissecting them and giving my opinions, so make sure you're staying tuned. Firstly, David Ornstein reports Liverpool reaching an agreement with Eintracht Frankfurt to sign Hugo Ekitike, £79 million. So £69 million fixed, with £10 million in bonuses based on success for Liverpool and the 23-year-old forward individually. Below €95 million targeted, 6-year contract, medical, then he'll join the tour. Next, it's official. Fabio Paratici's 30-month suspension is officially over. Former Spurs and Juventus director is reportedly set for a return to football in an active role very soon. Paratici said, "I never stopped thinking about football. I always felt part of this world. It's my life." Fabrizio Romano reports that Mamadou Sarr's return to Strasbourg also means that Aaron Armasuno won't join the French club. Chelsea are assessing different loan options for the Argentinian defender. Fabrizio Romano says he understands Chelsea are closing doors to loan exits for Kani Chukwuemeka. Borussia Dortmund have been in talks for weeks over a loan, but no green light as of yet from Chelsea. Chelsea also want permanent exit or no way at all, as Borussia Dortmund also consider more options for a midfielder. Arteta said Zubimendi, some very good options to come to us. Very impressive what we've seen over the last 7 to 10 days. Arteta on new signings, he said, "We're so happy. Andre Berta is doing an excellent job and it's still early in the window. In terms of numbers, we're still short." Fabrizio Romano reports that all formal steps are completed for Mike Penders to leave Chelsea on loan and join RC Strasbourg. Kennedy Paez is next. Fabrizio Romano reports that Manchester City talent Kevin Sullivan set to return to and fly to England this week to begin his training camp with Manchester City. Sullivan formally set to join in 2027 and he's still 15 years of age, but he started his first steps at Manchester City this summer. City see Carvan as an elite talent for the future. Fabrizio Romano reports that Xavi Simons' deal is expected to develop soon, as the player decision since May has been very clear. He wants to leave RB Leipzig. He has 2 years left on his deal at Leipzig and price tag can be under €70 million now. Chelsea and Arsenal are aware and interested as revealed, while Bayern Munich also remain very keen. Fabrizio Romano reports that Bayern Munich's new proposal for Luis Diaz is expected soon, as the player has now opened doors to the move. Decision up to Liverpool again, as they surely bring in a new winger if Lucho and Chiesa both leave. That was always the plan. Malik Fofana is Bayern's plan B winger. Fabrizio Romano reports that Atalanta open talks with Isaac Hayen over a new deal, as he's always been untouchable this summer. Despite interest from Italy and Premier League clubs, he's staying and new contract negotiations have started. Fabrizio Romano reports that AC Milan have improved their bid for Brighton fullback Peris Estepinha, with talks underway as George Mendes is working on a deal. Fabrizio Romano understands AC Milan are also keen on signing Gula Dore in case Strasbourg will reduce their price tag request. Fabrizio Romano reports that Hugo Ekitike lands on Merseyside tonight ahead of medical test on Tuesday as new Liverpool player, 6-year contract ready, as Ekitike only wanted Liverpool despite Eintracht wanting for more clubs to join the race last week. Fabrizio Romano says he understands run-up Vega said yes to Atletico Madrid, no issues on personal terms. Atletico and Chelsea remain in direct talks with run-up Vega as reported over the weekend. Chelsea insist on a package reaching €40 million with add-ons included. Fabrizio Romano says that Chelsea and RC Strasbourg are expected to finalise Kennedy Paez loan deal in the upcoming days. Penders and Sarr are already done and sealed. Fabrizio Romano reports that Liverpool and Hugo Ekitike's camp have rescheduled the flight for the striker on Tuesday morning as documents are still being signed. No issue, as Hugo Ekitike will land tomorrow and undergo medical immediately, then sign a 6-year deal. Fabrizio Romano reports that Xavi Simons has opened doors to Chelsea move after direct contacts with the camp. Club-to-club talks will start on Tuesday as Chelsea and Leipzig will discuss deal conditions. For Chelsea, the deal depends on outgoings. Arsenal also remain keen, but Gyökeres and outgoings are currently the priority. Brian Mbeumo said, "As soon as I knew there was a chance to join Manchester United, I had to take that opportunity to sign for my club of my dreams. This is the team whose shirt I wore growing up." Brian Mbeumo will wear the number 19 shirt at Manchester United. Fabrizio Romano reports that Wolves are close to reaching an agreement, should I say, for Mark Pubil with a deal with Almeria, and the players' side negotiations are underway with hope to get the deal done in the next 24 to 48 hours. Fabrizio Romano reports an update on Perisic Pina, and that is to AC Milan. Here we go, verbal agreement in place with Brighton after green light from Tony Bloom. 17 million euros fee plus 2 million euros add-ons, long-term deal for Pervis Estepinho, set to become new AC Milan left-back. Formal steps to follow soon. Fabrizio Romano reports that Nottingham Forest plan to insist on Dan Ndai deal after Bologna rejecting the opening proposal. Bologna's dream is to keep Ndai, while Forest push again after personal terms fully agree with Nottingham Forest. Ndai said yes to the Forest project. Manchester United signed Brian Mbeumo from Brentford. It's been announced, and Sky Sports news report this is £65 million, should I say, fee plus £6 million in add-ons. Football Governance Act has received royal assent and has passed into law. The act will create an independent football regulator with the aim to raise standards across the game and improve financial sustainability. Newcastle appoint former Atalanta Director of Football Intelligence Sutherland Kopalunus, the club's technical director. Paul Mitchell left his post at Newcastle Sporting Director at the end of May after less than a year in the job. Sky Sports News report the Chelsea Valley striker Nicholas Jackson at between 80 to 100 million pounds. If he was to leave, the 79 million pounds Liverpool player Hugo Ekitike, including add-ons, would be used as a benchmark for any potential deal. Sky Sports News report Marcus Rashford is understood to be completed his Barcelona medical. Sky Sports News report that Marcus Rashford has arrived in Spain to complete a loan move to Barcelona. He was pictured. Evan Ferguson received quite a reception in the Italian capital as he looked to finalise his season-long loan from Brighton to Roma. Sky Sports News report the agreement also contains an option to buy Ferguson set just under £34.7 million, which is 40 million euros. Mikel Arteta has claimed that Arsenal 100% followed the right processes over Thomas Partey after the midfielder was charged over multiple counts of rape and sexual assault earlier this month. Matt Law via the Daily Telegraph reports that Tottenham are weighing up a move to rival Liverpool for the signing of Crystal Palace defender Mark Gahey. Kyle Walker-Peters said every team wants to win trophies and West Ham have that same ambition. So there you go. That's what he had to say about West Ham, because he's now completed his move to West Ham United. And that is your daily Premier League news and headlines. There you go. Let's get into them and dissect them and give my thoughts, because there's a lot to kind of get our teeth into. There's been a lot of headlines in the last 24 hours. One a busy one, obviously quiet over the weekend, but a lot going as we go into the week. So let's go through them ideally chronologically and just pick out the kind of key ones. So the one that I want to start with is Ferro Paratici. I think there's a high possibility he returns to my club Tottenham, who I think he did an excellent job for. But yeah, Paratici's back, 30-month suspension after kind of dodgy deals and that at Juventus, but he is back. Lots of business involving Chelsea. Arteta interested, he said he's short of numbers and he's happy with Zubimendi. He left some very good opportunities to come to us, so sounds like he's grateful for that, but he wants more players. Chelsea did most of the business here. City signing a talented 15-year-old Xavi Simons. I want to pick out that. Chelsea and Arsenal appears not my club. Tottenham interested, but it's a big price. I think he will be coming to the Premier League. It's just a matter of who. Luis Diaz saga, I think that's one that's going to continue. A player that wants to leave Liverpool and Liverpool want to keep him. So it's confusing, especially if they let Chiesa and others leave. So now I have to see. Big move for Perisic Pina to AC Milan. It feels like another one of them for AC Milan where they overpay for a Premier League fullback like they did with Emerson Royale. But time will tell. Hugo Ekitike looks like that deal's done. It's going to be signed and completed on Tuesday. Ronald Vega, I think Chelsea have done well to get 40 million euros. However, should they look to sell him? That's the problem here. It's a tough one because I don't think they should look to sell him first, but 40 million euros is a lot. Brian Mbeumo interested. He always wanted to go to Man United. They are a big club. I know they're not the most attractive at the moment, but they're a big name. It's still a big push. Wolves doing business in the transfer window. I haven't heard that a lot. Forest trying to get deals done. Yeah, Brian Mbeumo deal has been announced. Interesting about the Football Governance Act. It's received the royal assent and passed into law. Hopefully that does, in particular, not only raise standards, but financial sustainability is massive. Clubs like Morecambe at the moment risk of going bust. It's really sad. We need more security in football and support for the clubs that need it. Newcastle appointed a football intelligence as the director of football. Interesting. Chelsea Valley, Nicholas Jackson, between 80 to 100 million pounds. I think Nicholas Jackson's good in terms of his pace. He's dangerous. His nuisance playing the backside if you play against him, but he can't finish his dinner. I wouldn't be paying anything for me anyway over 50 million for Jackson, 50, 60 at a push, not 80 to 100 million. Don't think Chelsea can get any sales for that. Looks like Rashford's there for his move for Barcelona. I've said it before in the previous update. I say it again. I think that's a really good deal for Man United. 100% of his salary covered. Interesting about the Evan Ferguson deal. An option to buy, but it's not mandatory. Who's got a better deal out of that? If Roma activate that option to buy, I think Brighton got a better deal, but of course it's optional. Don't get too much into Arteta claiming that 100% follow the right processes over Thomas Partey. I absolutely do not believe that. I feel very strongly about that, but I will not get into that now. Mark Gay, interesting about his future at Tottenham, considering rivaling Liverpool. If I'm totally honest with you, I think he will end up at Liverpool. Liverpool need him a lot more, whether that be that long-term replacement for Van Dijk or someone to play next to Van Dijk, even if it is just for now. Whereas my club Tottenham, Romero, Van der Ven, Danso, Dragusin, Vuskovic looks really good. Phillips, Dorrington. There's a load of centre-backs everywhere you look, and just don't get it. And I think a little bit laughable from Walker Peters. Every team wants to win trophies, and West Ham have that ambition. I can't share that just because West Ham won a trophy under David Moyes. Really can't share that. But those are a lot of your headlines. Those are my opinions as well. There's good business going on from a lot of clubs. So interesting. You go to TK Deals, the big one there. But yeah, moves here, there, and everywhere. Players coming into the Premier League and also leaving the Premier League. There we go. It's your daily Premier League update and opinions and transfer window roundup with me, Harry Scarfe. Thank you very much for watching. If you can follow me at Harry Scarfe22 across social media, that'd be great. Football content creator and YouTuber. You can also check out my own YouTube channel, Harry Scarfe, which contains my very own podcast too, the Scarfe Spurs podcast. But if not, I'm a proud regular here at Chris Callan's channel. I want to thank you for this opportunity. I want to thank you for watching. And please do come back tomorrow for your daily Premier League news and transfer window roundup here, Harry Scarfe.